Good morning, gamers. Welcome back to Phantom Games. This is not a 31 part of the 31-day challenge. Today, right now, I thought I would do another RPG 101. Today, this one is not aimed at players. Today's RPG 101 is aimed at... Woo, my camera's moving. All right. Today's RPG 101 is aimed at GMs. So... actually, I stole this from Taliesin Jaffe. For those of you who are not familiar, or are my age, Taliesin Jaffe is a voice actor. He's an actor / voice actor. He was, if you remember back to the Mr. Mom movie, he was the little boy with the whoopee. He's been in several other things. He's done a lot of video games and animes and things like that. Voice acting. He's most famous for being on Geek and Sundry. You can catch him on Thursday nights doing Critical Role, where he has played Percival. I can't even say his full name. Percival DeRollo III. You can call him Percy. He played that for their first campaign. He is currently playing a tiefling named Mollymock. You can also see him on Geek and Sundry's show, The Wednesday Club, where they talk about nothing but comic books. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But that's who I stole this from. And he says in one video shot somewhere who he stole the idea from. I personally don't remember that. But as a DM, you are constantly bombarded with... things that your players decide to do on a whim. Go into a store that you were not planning. They just said, I need to go do this. So, or they go talk to a random NPC somewhere. And then they will inevitably ask this PC's name. So, my first part of this tip is to have a list of names. Generic names. Whole list of them. There's actually, if you go in, get on the internet, you get on the interwebs, and you type in fantasy. Wait a minute, let me see. Fantasy. You type in fantasy name generator, and you're going to come to a place called fantasynamegenerators.com. They have hundreds of names for anything you can want. From lakes to cities to districts to towns. I mean, you name it. Different types of names. Names for specific games. I think there's some WoW names in there. I mean, there's a lot of names to choose from. You go in there, you find whatever race, get you just a list of names. I've got a file on my computer that's nothing but names. Once I use one of those names, I mark it off and move it over to another file with who this person was. So that's part one, having names. Now, the second part is, I mean, you can just generically go, oh yeah, my name's Bob, and just play it off, just be nonchalant. But if you want your characters to remember this, and remember, any NPC they meet can be a potential friend or foe down the line. So it's somebody they've met, somebody you can bring back. Well, the thing that Taliesin had suggested to give his NPC's personality, and I've stolen this, and I love this, is to use the 7 dwarves. Yes, the 7 dwarves. Use the 7 dwarves from Sleeping Beauty as personalities for your character. Yeah, Doc, Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, Dopey, Bashful, and Sneezy. Those work great. I have an example in the last campaign I ran with the Bridgewater Knights. That was the name of the game group. They had gone to a temple looking for a particular priest. He wasn't there. There was another priest there that they dealt with. I don't even remember the priest's name, but I said Sneezy. I knew he was Sneezy. So the whole thing was the guy was some librarian part of this church, so he was constantly, and so that's what they remembered about him. They remembered this was the sick guy. So I was able to use one of the 7 dwarves to help them remember the NPC. And you can do that. I've done where they met up a guy in a shop who was sleeping, nodding off on the job. Dopey. One of my clerics in that game, the cleric in that game was she a cleric or a druid? I think she was a druid. She was speaking with animals, and she spoke with a panther, and I decided to use Dopey. So my name was Panther. I made him just Dopey. They've run into Sleepy. They've run into Grumpy. They've run into all 7 of the dwarves. And it makes for a really easy thing. You just associate what is this dwarf like and give them a different name, and proof, you have a personality. It's an instant personality. It's easy to remember. You can just have them on a little list. And just try not to do like back-to-back, grumpies and stuff like that, because then they'll think that's a plot point, and they'll go after it as a plot point. And you don't want them going after something stupid as a plot point as a DM, which they're going to do. But that's it. Just 7 dwarves. Doc, Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, Dopey, Bashful, and Sneezy. You get those down with a list of names, and you have enough personalities to satisfy your players at any point in time. That's all I got for this video. If you like these videos, please click on the like button. If you think someone else would like them, please click on the share button. Every like is an inspiration, every share is an advantage, and every subscription is an experience point. Help me reach 300 experience points so I can get to level 2. That's all I got for now. I'll be back tomorrow with our regular 31-day challenge with the Palladium stuff. I just wanted to knock out an extra video today. So I'll see you guys in the next game. Bye.